right, we're at Main Street Veterinary Clinic talking to Dr. Jenna Hunter, and this week I want to talk about cats. You know, they don't get quite the attention that our man's best friend gets.
Absolutely, and actually they're my preferred species. I absolutely love taking care of cats.
I found that people that like cats love cats. They're cat lovers.
Absolutely, and cats are very unique because they're very independent. They either like you or they don't, and a lot like people.
Hey, you've got a great sign in your office that I saw that says, "The more I get to know people, the more I like cats."
Absolutely.
That's kind of funny, huh?
Most cat people will tell you that's true.
Well, let's start out as they start to age. What kind of signs do we look for? I mean, their eating habits change, things like that, just like people?
Right, absolutely. I mean, one of the things we evaluate is that they do get arthritis, so they get the creaks and aches and pains in their back and their knees and stuff. So that's one thing in my older cats. As far as the common conditions that can occur, though, we generally tend to see problems with kidney disease. They can get thyroid disease as well, and diabetics. And then a lot of these cats, as they get older, really it's just that they don't digest and absorb their food like they did when they were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. So they start to just lose weight, and all your tests can be perfectly normal.
Yeah. So what do we do? Start changing the diet and talk to a vet about that?
Right. I mean, if you're starting to see any kind of changes in your cat, they're slowing down, losing weight, changes in appetite, first thing is get a good checkup and always get a good screening blood panel to find out, hey, do we have any of these things I can treat with a pill or whatever. Otherwise, if all that looks good, then you betcha your veterinarian will talk with you about what kind of diets may be better for your cat. A lot of times it's switching to a much higher protein diet, believe it or not, because cats truly are more of a carnivore than plant eaters. So they need a lot more protein.
Now, do they keep themselves as clean as they age, or do we need to bathe cats?
Bathing a cat's never. Don't necessarily recommend that one if you want to keep all your hands in touch. But generally, cats will be fastidious groomers even up until their senior age. So if they aren't grooming like they used to, that's generally a key that there's something going on inside your cat. Either it hurts to do it, or that maybe there's another problem making them not want to groom, and so you see that coat suffer, and that's a key hallmark that there's a problem with your cat.
Okay, let's talk about trimming the nails then, because cats' nails do need to be trimmed.
Absolutely, especially, if you're outdoor kitties, probably not so much because they're going to find a tree or whatever. Your indoor kitties, to try to keep them off of your furniture and the things you want to, if you keep them trimmed back, that kind of minimizes their desire to scratch them on that leather couch. And so it's something we do all the time.
What are some tips, though, if you wanted to do it yourself at home? I mean, I guess starting them at an early age would probably be the best thing.
Absolutely. Number one is getting them used to the clicking sound of the clippers and getting them used to you playing with their feet. And generally on cats, that you actually just put a little gentle pressure on their knuckle, it makes that claw come out. And cats are much easier than dogs because they have a very long, skinny point, and you just trim that back, and you're not going to have any fear of getting too close to that blood vessel.
Yeah, and using the little knowledge I know, it's called the quick, and that's where it's very noticeable. You don't want to cut back to the quick.
Absolutely.
That's where the blood's flowing.
Absolutely. That's where your nerve supply and that's where your blood supply is. And dogs, it's a lot easier to hit, put it that way, and a lot of people are apprehensive about their dogs. On a cat, it's right there in front of you, and if you hit it, it's only because the cat probably jerked or moved when you were trimming the nail.
Okay. And treats, things like that, you were saying you had one little tip that you talked about.
Right. As far as for, like, if you're trying to get your kitty to sit still while you're doing some of these things, people have found that cream cheese or peanut butter or even a little catnip, something to distract them to where, hey, they're getting something good while they're doing something maybe they don't like as much. That may make the experience enjoyable for all. Or as can be.
Yeah. And should we try to do them all at one time?
Generally so, if the cat will allow you, just because that way you aren't going to forget things. Because, if you do one a week and you'll get one that you forgot, and you might get a nail hung up somewhere and the cat might be uncomfortable. So, yes, try to do them all at once if you can.
Okay. Good stuff. Dr. Jenna Hunter, now we'll go check on our pet of the week. Well, here she is. This part Ridgeback was picked up recently in Lumberton. She's very playful and would make a great pet. In fact, Don at Animal Control says the two would make great playmates. If you'd like to adopt one or both, call 755-2650.